Hello, friends. Brian King here, your resident ADHD coach, with another installment of A Cup of Focus. Probably about 10 years or so ago is when I had my first experience with ADHD medication. It was Vyvanse. It was the one that my boys were using, and they had great results. So I figured, why not give it a shot? See if it'll help me with my ADHD as well. Well, at the time, I had an undiagnosed blood pressure issue that was making my blood pressure really, really high. And since it was my normal, I figured, all the fogginess and tiredness that I was experiencing was related to the ADHD. It wasn't on my radar that I had a blood pressure issue. So I started taking the Vyvanse, and I would say a couple days in, I kind of had a medical crisis. I had my Starbucks as usual, because for whatever reason, either I wasn't cautioned to avoid caffeine or I simply didn't retain it. So I had my large Starbucks. My blood pressure went so high that I was delusional. I couldn't speak straight. I was, incoherent and just wasn't me. So one 911 call later, I'm in the back of an ambulance getting nitroglycerin put in me to bring my blood pressure down. And I ended up spending the night in the hospital and so on and so forth. But I quit the Vyvanse because I didn't want to have a stroke or a heart attack. So I just decided, coffee is going to have to be my go-to in that respect. And for many, many years, I enjoyed and advocated for coffee as an alternative to ADHD medication because it gave me a rush. It helped me have more energy and more sustained focus for a good half a day where I was able to be productive. But increased focus on a single activity was the benefit. So I was still a unitasker, which is very common for people with ADHD, meaning we can focus on one task at a time. It's one of the reasons why we like to immerse ourselves in an activity and do it until it's done, because that's pretty much all our focus allows us to do, or at least in my case, that's all it allowed me to do. Well, recently, I started a new medication for the fatigue that's related to my MS. And I've been on it for a couple weeks now. And this medication is, since I named the Vyvanse, I'll name this too, but this is not encouraging you to run to your doctor and ask for a script, okay? The drug I'm on now is called Provigil. And it was originally made for people that have narcolepsy, which is the sleeping disorder, or seizures. But one of the beneficial side effects is it also reduces fatigue. So I take it for the side effect. But here's something I didn't expect. Recently, something just kind of clicked in my brain where I was able to understand and conceive of how to have several things in motion at the same time, where I was able to work, have something going in the laundry, start dinner, and switch back and forth between all of those activities and keep them moving. I've never been able to do that before. It's always been one thing only, and I need to either finish it or I need to stop it completely and move to the next activity and then focus on that for a while and then switch back. But I don't remember ever being able to have multiple wheels turning at the same time. And it was like a eureka for me. I never expected that a medication could give me that, nor did I expect or really understand what it felt like in your head to be able to do that. So it's like a new part of my brain has been unlocked. An executive function has been made available to me that I didn't have before. And I have no idea what the mechanism in this medication is that's responsible for that. But I'm enjoying the heck out of it. So why do I share this with you? I share this with you because it's important to understand that there may be solutions for you to your ADHD, things to help you function in a way that gives you the kind of productivity you want to have. And it doesn't necessarily exist within the ADHD box. because there are medications that are made strictly for ADHD, and they come with a slew of side effects that prevent people from using them on an ongoing basis because the side effects are worse than the benefit. So what I've discovered from this is that if you can talk to your doctor and see if there are any other medications with off-label uses, like what I've discovered, that aren't necessarily for ADHD, but may have a benefit that could improve executive functions, improve your energy and your focus, then it's something that's worth exploring. Because we know the stuff that's inside the box doesn't always give everybody the solutions that they need. Or it gives you some solutions, like an increase in focus, maybe a reduction in impulsivity, but it doesn't increase your organization skills at all. It doesn't improve your planning ability. But for whatever reason, the Provigil has done that for me. It's improved my organization. It's improved my proactivity. If anything, next time I come across my doc, I might even suggest somebody needs to research this med and its applications for ADHD because of its wondrous side effects. You know what? I'm going to send my doc a message right now because through modern technology, there's a patient portal that allows us to communicate. So I'm going to go send him a message right now with this very thing. Thanks for the suggestion. That was a good one. So I just wanted to share this with you for what it's worth. Think outside the ADHD box. If you can't find solutions along the conventional path, don't stop looking. Look for alternatives. Look for things outside the box. And if I find anything else like this, I will make sure to share it with you. And if there's anybody that can benefit from this, please share it with them as well. And until we talk again, this has been Brian. Thanks for being you.